Good Saturday morning, everybody. Welcome to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. I'm 1011 Sports Director Andrew Felios here for State Championship Basketball. And we are privileged and pleased to have joining us for the 9th year in a row, John Bishop from KLIN, who's really become the voice of this tournament. And John, what a matchup here in this first game.
We got a fantastic matchup in the first game because we have a school that hasn't won in a very long time in Louisville with a team against Cambridge that's never been in this position before. They have an opportunity, just like Louisville, to break a long-time drought. We're going to see some fantastic players all day long. We've got some tremendous stories all day long. Over 14 hours of coverage, 6 title games. We really look forward to bringing this to you. The 94th Boys State Basketball Championships. Louisville and Cambridge. It's coming up next here from the Devaney Center. Let's now meet the Trojans and the Lions.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Nebraska School Activities Association, its member schools, and U.S. Bank, welcome to the Bob Devaney Sports Center for the championship game of the 2004 Class C2 Boys State Basketball Tournament. Today's game features the Cambridge High School Trojans versus the Lions of Louisville High School. And now, let's meet the players and coaches competing in today's game. First, the non-starters for the visiting team, the Cambridge Trojans. Number 2, Grant Moore. Number 4, Brian Ballou. Number 5, Brett Crabelli. Number 21, Anthony Lytle. Number 33, Dustin Webb. Number 41, Travis Match. And number 44, Levi Hilker. And now, the non-starters for the home team, the Louisville Lions. Number 10, Kyle Gardner. Number 12, Jamie Deacon. Number 20, Nathan Whitty. Number 22, Chris Brown. Number 24, Kyle Ryan. Number 32, Chris Osterloh. And number 44, Pat Deacon. And now, the starting lineup for the Cambridge Trojans. A 6'1" senior, number 3, Marcus Barnes. A 6-foot sophomore, number 20, Wade Vaughn. A 6'2" senior, number 23, Matt Depperschmidt. A 6'2" senior, number 32, Matt Sexton. And a 6'2" senior, number 40, Derek Light. Head coach for the Trojans is Del Schoenfish, assisted by George Lytle and Ken Hotelling. And now, here's your starting lineup for the Louisville Lions. A 5'9" senior, number 4, Jesse Gardner. A 5'9" freshman, number 40, Tyler Peterson. A 6'3" senior, number 42, Adam Runfeld. A 6'3" senior, number 50, Joseph Jackson Jr. And a 6'5" senior, number 54, Tommy Robbins. Head coach for the Lions is Stan Hendricks, assisted by Rob Geis and Gary Schaefer. Today's officials are Brian Groupie and Tim Higgins. The bench official is Charles Lewis. And now, gentlemen, let's play basketball.
So here we go, Class C2 to start things off on this championship Saturday, number 94. Let's take a look at where these two teams hail from. Cambridge, one of only two teams from western Nebraska, from that far west in Nebraska, technically in south central Nebraska. Loomis will be the other one we see today. The Cambridge Trojans 26-1 this season, coming in as the number 2 seed. We're used to seeing Louisville playing in March Madness, and it's pronounced Louisville. In Nebraska, it's pronounced Louisville. And they are here for the first time in a championship game since 1975. A much celebrated championship team there. As you take a look at how these two teams got here, Louisville needed the wild card route to get here after losing to Malcolm in the first round of sub-districts. And as we will see throughout the day, a lot of teams got to the state tournament and were a big-time beneficiary of the wild card. We are here ready to play basketball. Jackson to jump against Sexton. The tip is won by the Lions. Louisville in the handsome, what color would you call that? Kind of gold, light gold colored jerseys. Here's Jackson, opening jumper of the game. Little long, ball fought for. Jackson chasing after it and goes crashing into the Cambridge bench and comes flying out just like that 15 seconds into the game, and Jackson's already selling his body.
Well, we're going to see some very athletic players here in Class C2. Some of these guys you would find playing on the Class A level. But, John, some great athletes on the floor this morning.
Open three, top of the key. It's good. Wade Bunce, team's leading scorer at 15 points a game, has Cambridge off to a good start. It's 3-0. Look inside for Jackson. Fade away in the lane. It's good. Joseph Jackson Jr., they call him 3J.
And that's going to be tough to stop this morning for Cambridge. Jackson, so tough, so strong, so fast, and he's left-handed, which makes him extra hard to guard.
Marcus Vance for three from the corner. Vance and Vance, the law firm, with a 6-2 Cambridge lead.
The Cambridge team can shoot, I'll tell you what. 25-1 coming into this game.
4 losses combined between these two teams in a very competitive Class C2 field this season. Ronfelt outside, Jesse Gardner for a long 2, short. Rebound, though, offensive. Robbins goes up strong and lays it in. Robbins, 6'5" senior, has been kind of an unsung hero in this state tournament. Had a big game yesterday with 11 points.
This Louisville team coach Stan Hendricks says they got to keep Cambridge off the boards, plus use their athleticism. He thinks he may have the edge in that regard, and you got to shut down some of Cambridge shooters. We've seen a taste of that so far.
Ball fumbled out of bounds. Derek Light could not handle the pass from Marcus Vance. It's a turnover. Louisville basketball down by 2. Opening moments of play in Class C2. Great way to start our championship Saturday morning. Jackson, who can just about do anything you ask him to on this Louisville team, runs the point at times as well. To the corner, he'll take a 3. Short, ball tipped around, and the rebound pulled down by Wade Vance. Trojans will take it right at him. To the baseline, cut off, fade away, short. You can see these two teams not afraid to put it up and put it up often. We see a lot of defense in the boys' state tournament, but a lot of offensive prowess shown by these two teams, at least early on. Jackson, though, has not yet cracked the scoring column.
And I think a little bit of that is because of Louisville, a little unfamiliar with this environment. Their coach told me, he said, play this like it's a summer league game. But it's a lot more than that.
And Marcus Vance with his second 3. And it's 9-4 Cambridge. They are off to a blazing start. And this is a team that shot a combined 11 three-point field goals in their first 2 state tournament games. So that's not been their mode of getting here, at least since they've been in Lincoln. Jackson will take 3. Too long. And rev over the back call against Adam Ronfelt.
Louisville foul number 42, Adam Ronfelt, his first personal foul.
That'll be foul
on the line.
number 1. I did make a mistake. Jackson did have the first 2 of the game for Louisville. But right now they're down by 4.
Yeah, Louisville right now goes to the half-court trap, trying to force them a little bit.
Another 3, that time it rims out. Marcus Font's trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 early this morning.
Player with the ball right here, Tyler Peterson. Kid's just a freshman, averages 13.5 points a game, going to be a great player for Louisville.
He takes it in to the lane, kicks it out for an open Jackson. 3 on the way, good.
Yeah, he's not going to miss many. I mean, he may miss a few, but he's not going to lose his confidence this morning. He's just too good a player, John.
Contact at center court, ball is loose, taken away by the Lions. Good defense by Jesse Gardner. He forced the turnover. Louisville can tie or take the lead. No. Rebound to Wade Vaughns. Good start to this one. We're halfway through the first quarter. 9-7 in favor of the Trojans. Through the lane, Vaughns. Nice move. Changing hands up in the air. Lays it down.
So this Wade Vaughns, not the quickest, not the strongest player on the floor, but he does a little bit of everything, and he does it really well.
11-7 in favor of Cambridge. Peterson. Jackson tries to spin in the lane. Dish on the baseline. Up and under move. Short. Shot may have been partially blocked by Marcus Vaughns. Cambridge rebound with a 4-point lead. This is Matt Depperschmidt, who's had a very good state tournament. 32 points in 2 games. Depperschmidt, number 23, with the ball. Go up top to Wade Vaughns. He'll take another 3. This time it's short. Jackson with a rebound for Louisville.
Boy, up-tempo this game. We're really at a fast pace. Not really a lot of fast breaking, but teams really getting into their sets quickly, not hesitating to shoot the ball. A really exciting game early on.
And Louisville's actually been kept under their scoring average through this state tournament. Here's Jackson on a feed underneath from Peterson for 2, and they're back within 2. On the season, Louisville averages 62 points, but has averaged 46 in this tournament. 2 minutes, 46 seconds left to play in a rapidly paced first quarter. Cambridge up by 2.
Southeast Community College in Beatrice was the perfect college choice for me. SCC has the activities and opportunities that I was looking for in a college. I was a member of Student Senate, president of Phi Theta Kappa, and the captain of the golf team. The more I put into the SCC, the more I got out of it. I graduated from the academic transfer program and transferred my SCC credit to the university. My name is Ben Long, and I know there is no limit to what you can do with an education from SCC.
This field was treated with Balance Pro herbicide.
It sat there for 15 days without a drop of rain, and the weeds came up again.
And then it rained. And Recharge got them like that.
We know, because this is our field.
Since 1999, Balance Pro has been used successfully on more than 21 million acres. That's the power of Recharge.
Opening quarter of the C2 championship right now. Cambridge enjoying a 2-point lead over Louisville. Very well-played game so far, John.
And, you know, it's kind of surprising because you mentioned this is unfamiliar surroundings for both these teams. They have not played at Devaney yet. All of their games have been elsewhere. They played yesterday at Pershing Center in downtown Lincoln. Same kind of open air behind the baskets as you'd see a baseline jumper from Marcus Vaughns is short. But still, you have to get used to the early start times, which is unfamiliar to a lot of these kids, at least during the season. Of course, when they play summer ball, a lot of games can happen just about at any time of day. But the pressure of being in that championship game for the first time, and yet these two teams have shot the ball fairly well, especially Cambridge, who has hit 3 three-pointers in their first 5 attempts.
Louisville wants to take a little bit of the air out of the ball. Joseph Jackson had a seat for a little while, but he's back up at the scorer's table.
Fade away at the baseline. No. Offensive rebound. Put back strong by Robbins. He's fouled, and he will go to the line to shoot a pair. Tommy Robbins, 6'5" senior, averages 12 points. He's been under his average during the tournament, but it was his free throws against Randolph on Thursday that helped his team get to this point. And yesterday, he had a very good fourth quarter. And he has his first point of this championship game, and he's 1 free throw away from drawing the Lions into a tie. As Jackson comes back in. And also into the game, Jamie Deacon, another freshman.
What a big winter season, John, for Louisville. They had a great state wrestling season.
Look at Jackson get up in the air, almost tapped that one in.
Here they are in the state championship game. It doesn't get any bigger than this for them.
First time since 1975. Cambridge, though, up by 1 here. Marcus Vance with a good first quarter. Backs it up to Wade. Depperschmidt, Vance will take the long 3. It's short. Rebound to Marcus, right through defenders. Too strong that time. Jackson rebound. He wants to run. Pulls up 3. Short. And a reach-in foul as Vance came down with it. Jackson a little over-aggressive there on that play and gets a quick foul.
Maybe just trying to force the issue just a little bit here in this early going is Joseph Jackson Jr. 9 shots already in this opening period.
11-10 in favor of Cambridge, coming up on a minute to play here in the first quarter. Pressure at the top. Vance looks underneath. Depperschmidt has problems holding on to it and travels. Depperschmidt bobbled the basketball, and when he got control of it, he shuffled his feet. Fairly clean play so far. Third turnover against Cambridge. Louisville has not given up the ball yet. 1 minute to go, first quarter. Pat Deacon to Ronfelt, looks for Jackson. Nice defense, though, by Matt Sexton. Got his hand on it, knocked it out of bounds.
Talked to Del Schoenfish before this game, the Cambridge coach. He said, you know, we know Jackson's going to get his points. If we can just contain the other guys, we're going to be in good shape in this game. So obviously knows you're not going to shut down Joseph Jackson. But if they can keep the other guys down like Tyler Peterson, he likes his chances.
Jackson with 7 of the Louisville 10 here in the first quarter. Peterson dribbling around, looking for an open man. Lions don't appear as if they're going to play for the last shot of the quarter, and they won't. Top of the key 2, I beg your pardon. Chris Osterloh has given Louisville a 1-point lead.
And that was maybe the best offensive set of the game for Louisville.
Ball knocked in the air. Good defense by Deacon. Pulled down by Jackson. Tries to outlet to Peterson down the floor, who tries to save it and does, but into the wrong hands. Sexton down the floor with 8 seconds left. Takes it up in the lane and lays it home.
Nicely done. Nice little crossover dribble off the glass.
Jackson from half court at the buzzer. No good. And Cambridge, leading most of the first quarter, will go into the second, leading in the Class C2 championship 13-12.
Hey, Matt. Hey, you better get up.
No way.
Hey, Matt, come on.
Cutting class.
Class?
Take notes for me.
Man, you're dreaming. You're gonna be late for work. College is over. Rise and shine. Tick-tock.
Welcome to the real world, a place where your State Farm agent can help.
See your local State Farm agent for all your insurance and financial services needs.
Finding the furniture you want and being able to afford it, now that's when you're feeling lucky.
At Furniture Row's St. Patrick's Day Savings Event, you'll get a lot more furniture for a whole lot less green. For a limited time only, the entire Furniture Row Center is offering no interest for 18 months. That's no interest payments for 18 months on top of our 200% guaranteed lowest price pledge. Furniture Row Shopping Center, centered around you and saving you big green during our St. Patrick's Day Savings Event.
The first quarter of this C2 championship full of action here. Matt Sexton, the senior for Cambridge, makes the steal, and watch this little crossover dribble off the glass. That's the way you go to the hole, John Bishop.
Great play, especially he didn't show a whole lot of urgency either to sprint down the floor. He had time on the clock. Did a great job of going between defenders. Up for the shot. Bunts, and he is fouled, and I think that one's going to be on Jackson. He was up in the air first for Louisville, and it will be on Joseph Jackson, and that is his second foul. It's the third foul on Louisville. No, actually, they call it on Gardner. I beg your pardon. Only the 13th foul on Louisville. Cambridge with 1 here in this first half of play. Vance knocks them both down. It's 15-12. Marcus Vance having a good start. He has 7 of the Cambridge 15. Tyler Peterson, freshman guard, runs the offense for the Lions.
Man-to-man defense right now for Cambridge.
Peterson, jumper off the side of the rim. Wade Vance down with it for Cambridge. Into the corner. They now have Marcus Vance playing in the right corner. He was in the left corner the first quarter. Layup underneath, and again, Matt Sexton, good strong move to the hole, and Cambridge has the biggest lead of this game at 5.
So far, Sexton doing everything a senior should do in this game. 2 of 3 from the field, making good decisions. That's what Del Schoenfish needs out of him.
Top of the key for the corner. Jackson draws the defense. Short on the jumper, guarded 3 that time. And it just appears that Jackson's just a little antsy in this game. Wants to take control a little too early, perhaps. Jumper is short. These 2 teams not afraid to put it up early in their offensive set. Jackson will take the long 2, and that one is good.
Yeah, he is going to miss his shots, but like I said, his confidence isn't going to suffer. He's got the green light to pull the trigger, and eventually he's going to make his shots and get his points.
He's had 7 threes in the tournament. As you see the shot up by Depperschmidt, he had 7 threes in the tournament coming into today's game, and he already has nailed 1 3, so you're right, he will take his shots.
But you get the sense this Cambridge, this is a team. This isn't a one-man show. This is a team, and for Louisville to win, it's going to have to be a team effort.
Jackson in the lane tries to go up, gets a teammate for an offensive rebound, and we have a foul. And we will have free throws coming up for Adam Ronfelt. 6:01 left to play here in the first half. 19-14 is our score. We'll have free throws. Teams thought there was going to be a timeout. There was a long horn, but it was for a substitution, not for a timeout.
Adam Ronfelt, shooting 2.
Ronfelt, 6'3" senior, averages 3 points a game. A timeout. Cambridge 19, Louisville 16. Second quarter, Class C2 championship.
How do we improve one of the best herbicides of all time? By giving you 30% more power to take out all your weeds. For around $16 an acre at the 32-ounce rate. Liberty Link and Liberty. Make the most of every acre.
I had the ideal education in the respiratory care program at Southeast Community College, Lincoln. My instructors made sure I got the classroom learning and clinical experience for a successful career in a demanding field. I'm now the Director of Pulmonary Services at St. Elizabeth Regional Medical Center. SEC prepared me for more than a profession. They helped me build a career. My name is Jay Snyder, and I know there is no limit to what you can do with an education from SEC.
No matter what hybrid you plant, if the tag says Liberty Link, weeds don't stand a chance because you can use Liberty herbicide for superior weed control with 0 crop injury. Liberty Link and Liberty. Make the most of every acre.
Back here for the C2 championship. I'm Andrew Felios calling the color. John Bishop on the play-by-play. First of 6 games here and a very busy championship Saturday. In this one, Cambridge leads Louisville by 3.
Cambridge has led most of the way. Louisville had a couple of leads in this game, but they were very short-lived. Vance is playing catch with it. Now Wade takes it in. Gives it off. Depperschmidt rolls around the rim, takes the tour, and falls. Matt Depperschmidt with his second field goal, and it's back to a 5-point lead.
Well, Cambridge has had a lot of success penetrating that middle. They've been able to get a lot out of that, out of their offense.
They started the game with 3 straight threes. And since then, the offense has been all from the inside. Jackson, another guarded 3, short. Rebound, give back to Jackson. Dish off underneath. Contact, ball was knocked into the face of Tommy Robbins, and somehow Peterson comes out of there for the Lions. He'll look inside. Ball kicked off the foot. Man, what action underneath that basket. That might have been a time where Jackson would have been better off going for the basket. Instead, he tried to feed his teammate Robbins, and the ball ricocheted off his face after contact. But even though Jackson's the type of guy who will get his points and take his shots, as you said, very unselfish teammate, will dish out a lot of assists.
He's wide open now. Peterson doesn't see him.
Tries to call out the offense there. He's got his teammates on the motion. Now they'll move it around. Tyler Peterson looks inside.
There you go. Nice ball movement.
Robinson. No. Robbins double covered that time at the baseline. A look underneath. Depperschmidt kicks it out. Open three. Vance. Too long. Marcus Vance losing his shooting touch from the first quarter where he sank a couple of trays. Lead is still 5, 4:25 left before halftime.
Look out. Jackson's going to take his man one-on-one.
And knock down a three.
Oh, man. That's probably the quickest release we're going to see today. The way he dribbles and gets that ball off, he sure does it in a hurry.
He's going to go to Denver University. The same school that Jenna Cole from Lincoln East, who we saw here last week in the Class A championship. There's a pipeline, Nebraska to Denver all of a sudden.
There really is lately. It seems like a lot of basketball players.
Top of the key, three is on the way. No, I believe he's had his foot on the line. He did. Jesse Gardner, though, knocks it down, and we are tied at 21. Just had his right foot inside the arc. So the Lions, to pardon the pun, have roared right back. Lions back down into zone, trying to defend that outside shot, but look at that. Wade Vance, who had a three in the first quarter, matches it with a three here in the second.
Ooh, Wade Vance kind of reminds me of kind of like a junior Mark Price. Remember the guard of the Cleveland Cavaliers back in the 80s and early 90s? Kind of got that look.
He will appreciate that kind of compliment, no doubt about it.
Kind of like the high school version.
Here's Jackson for another three, and over the back, Ronfelt came down, tried to swipe in, trying to plead his case to his teammate. He'll get a sympathetic ear there, but not from the official. And that is just the fourth foul. You know, it's been a common thread throughout most of these state tournament games, at least the ones I've seen here at Devaney, is fouls have been kept relatively low. The officials have really let these teams play.
And that's the way it should be, I think, John.
Under 3 minutes to
nice
go.
look.
Pass underneath.
Oh, beautiful.
And draws the foul after he sinks the basket. Beautiful look underneath. Exactly right.
Oh, man, that's big time right there. A little fake, quick pass underneath.
And look at that. 3 defenders were in the vicinity when that ball came screaming in.
That takes court awareness. That takes instinct, knowing where your teammate's at. Wade Vance, just a sophomore, making that play.
Marcus to complete the three-point play. He does, and after Louisville went on a 5-0 run to tie the game, Cambridge has come back with 6 unanswered points, and they enjoy their biggest lead, 27-21. Jamie Deacon. Ostolo looks outside for Deacon, Pat Deacon. Good man-to-man defense by Cambridge there, and not allowing anything inside. Long three taken by Peterson is short. Right now, Cambridge doing what they need to do defensively in this game, and offensively, though, there, misconnection as Derek Light couldn't come up with a very, very quick pass by Marcus Vance. 2:07 to go before halftime. Cambridge by 6.
Hey, Matt. Hey, you better get up.
No way.
Hey, Matt, come on.
Cutting class.
Class?
Take notes for me.
Man, you're dreaming. You're gonna be late for work. College is over. Rise and shine. Tick-tock.
Welcome to the real world, a place where your State Farm agent can help.
See your local State Farm agent for all your insurance and financial services needs.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Challenge yourself at Doane College.
2:07 left to go first half. Cambridge enjoying a 6-point lead over Louisville. We've had a few lead changes, but really it's been Cambridge most of the way, sort of controlling the first half.
And some might think, and obviously if you live in the eastern part of the state, you've probably heard a lot more about Louisville. One of the knocks, especially when Western teams get here, is that sometimes they don't play as much in terms of competition, and so their records may be artificially inflated, but you can't say that about the Trojans, who have only lost once this year, and the team they lost to was from Quinter, Kansas, and they are undefeated and playing in the Class 2A championships this week in the Sunflower State, as you see Jackson go in for 2.
Yeah, that move right there, he can have all day, because nobody can stop him if he decides to go to the goal like that, just too strong.
Lead is 4. Under a minute and a half to play before halftime. Look at that teamwork. That is just excellent, excellent teamwork. Derek Light, a reserve, who has not been heard from much, at least this morning, with a great assist. Jackson again draws a double team, tries to power his way up, and it is short. Ball knocked around, and who last touched it? Louisville did. You can see Jackson is drawing a crowd, but Cambridge is doing a good job of switching up defenders, bringing players in, and at least contesting those shots.
Yeah, Cambridge continues to work the middle of that floor, the middle of that lane. Somebody for Louisville needs to step up and just guard the center of that floor. Can't let them penetrate that defense all day.
They'll play outside the perimeter here. Long pass, knocked around, and just stepped on the inline. Tommy Robbins looking for the steal. And you know, you can really afford to do that. Keep in mind, Cambridge has committed just 2 fouls in this first half. So imagine what that means for the second half. You don't have any players in foul trouble. You can really get aggressive in the middle when you would expect Louisville to maybe try to go to their money players a little bit more and try to pound that ball inside.
This Cambridge team looks more than content with Louisville playing their zone defense, and this guy has been a terror.
And Cambridge also looks content to play for the final shot of the half. A 6-point lead matches their biggest of the game. Louisville has led only twice. And as I mentioned earlier, very brief glimpses at the lead. 15 seconds left. Wade Vaughns.
See Stan Hendricks over there pointing at his defender. He doesn't want a shot to come out of that corner.
Runs into Jackson, got his bounce pass away, 4 seconds. Marcus Vaughns, too long. 2 seconds left. Layup after the rebound by Depperschmidt is good, and Cambridge ends the first half with an 8-point lead. Take a look at this again.
Exactly what they did not want to happen right before the half.
It went right through the arms of Robbins, and Depperschmidt was right there to clean it up. So far on the boards, Cambridge has had their way, especially on the offensive boards. They have had a number of second-chance baskets. Cambridge with an 8-point lead. Let's go down to the third member of our broadcast crew, Kyle D'Elia. Good morning, Kyle.
Hey, good morning, John Andrew. I know you want to get with your team. Great effort for any team, let alone a team and program that hasn't been here in years. Coach, how do you get your guys to pick up their movement, you know, they get some defense? It's a challenge, and stay fresh. I mean, it's a heck of a challenge, right?
Cambridge is dribble penetrating right now, and that's a big thing. That's getting them to the basket and getting some easy shots. We're going to stay in the zone in the second half because that's what we play, but we got to talk about moving our feet a little better and keeping them from getting so close to the bucket with the dribble penetration.
Try and get your guys some quick rest. I mean, your rotation isn't that deep, with all due respect, right?
Yeah, we try to get them as much first half rest as we can. Second half, we go a little bit with our starters more. We're going to try to get the ball inside a little bit more second half. We got a lot of outside shots. Good shots, didn't fall. We're going to try to turn that around, I think, and try to get inside a little bit here in the second half.
Go get with your kids.
Thank you.
Good luck the rest of the way. Coach Hendricks with the Louisville Lions. And, fellas, we got a great one to start the day here in C2. Cambridge 31, Louisville 23. We're back with more championship action.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, it's the 2004 Shrine Circus coming to the Pershing Center March 17th through the 21st for 9 big shows. Save with coupons from these sponsors. Are you ready? Are you ready? Challenge yourself at Doane College.
50 years of innovation. 50 years of reliability. 50 years of performance. Valley Irrigation.
See your area Valley dealer, Plains Irrigation Grand Island and Central Valley Irrigation Holdridge.
We're at half. Cambridge leading by 8 points in our first championship game, C2. And at the half of each championship contest, we recognize the 10-11 coaches All-State team. Ballots were sent to coaches throughout Nebraska. 10-11 tallied those votes. Here now is your 2004 Class C2 All-State team.
C2's top vote getter is Louisville's Joseph Jackson Jr. The 6'3 senior forward makes the Tigers go. He averages 18 points and 7 boards. He'll take his game to Denver. Sandy Creek's Kevin Prohaska is a senior guard that plays the all-around game for the Cougars. He puts in 17.6 points, grabs 7 boards, and dishes just over 6 assists. Nate McHugh does it all for the Knights of Elmwood Murdoch. The senior forward scores 19 a game and grabs 8 rebounds. Deschler's Turner Scholl does what a 6'6 power forward is supposed to, scoring just over 22 and grabbing just over 12 rebounds. He hits 58% from the field and blocks 5.3 a game. West Point Central Catholic's Alex Wagner is a 3-year starter for the Blue Jays. The team leader guard scores 15.8, dishing out 7 assists. And that's your C2 All-State team.
I told Bill to use Balance Pro herbicide early. From burn down through canopy, nothing keeps fields cleaner.
So I tried incorporating Balance on one of my fields.
Each time it rained, he saw proof that Balance Pro works.
I saw it recharge. Even when some grass and broadleaf weeds emerged later, Balance Pro got them.
Treat your fields up to 30 days before planting with Balance Pro early, and you'll see why corn growers have used it on more than 21 million acres. That's the power of recharge.
Now I use Balance Pro on all my fields.
Welcome back to the Devaney Center. It's halftime in Class C2 with Cambridge holding on to an 8-point lead over Louisville here in this C2 final. The 10-11 coaches all-state teams as we take a look at them. And in Class C2, just one repeat honoree from last year. That's actually the Class C1 team you're seeing, but in Class C2, Kevin Prohaska, Sandy Creek, back again for a second year, but you've got some very talented players, some guys who can really pull down the boards, like Turner Scholl out of Deschler, averaging a double-double of 22 and 12. But then you've got a great point guard in Alex Wagner of West Point Central Catholic, whose team was here in the state tournament this year, averaging 7 assists per game.
That's right. And there you see the Class C2 team, and what a team it is. Joseph Jackson Jr., the leading vote getter on that team, but like you said, Prohaska back on the team. Nate McHugh, really a key for Elmwood Murdoch this year, and a great season for him. Alex Wagner leading West Point Central Catholic, and then you got Scholl from Deschler. Really a great Class C2 team.
We are at halftime. More activities coming up in a moment.
Time to fill up. Time to make a choice. So choose the fuel that drives Nebraska's economy, drives America's energy independence, and drives down air pollution. No matter how you gauge it, there's only one gasoline choice that drives Nebraska and America. E10 Unleaded. Let's get with it, Nebraska.
Go Cardinals. Go Bears. Go Wolverines. High school mascots here in Nebraska. How about Go Hogs? Taxes paid by farm families who produce livestock help support school activities, teacher salaries, and county government all across the state. Now there's something to cheer about. Livestock producers create a $6 billion economic engine for our state. Nebraska Livestock. We're all shareholders.
Education is more than learning to make a living. It's also learning about life.
if you're looking for a new career opportunity, Central Community College is the place to come and check it out.
Really appreciated the level of expertise of the faculty here. The quality is really good. They're smaller classes. You're able to communicate with the instructor really easily.
Step up to a bright tomorrow.
Statistics are brought to you in part by Liberty Herbicide. Liberty, make the most of every acre.
As you take a look at the numbers of the first half of this Class C2 championship game, a couple of things will stand out. Cambridge shooting 57%, also out-rebounding Louisville. Even though they've committed more turnovers, Louisville just 9 of their first 27 from the field. They're led by Joseph Jackson, who leads all scorers with 14 points. But for Cambridge, it's been 11 from Marcus Vance, including 2 threes. 2 threes out of Wade Vance. He has 8 points. And Matt Depperschmidt with 8 points, including that layup at just before the buzzer to end the first half. Cambridge by 8 at halftime.
When you're on E, it's time to make the right choice. So choose the fuel that drives Nebraska agriculture. The choice that makes sense for America. The homegrown fuel that's approved by every car maker in the world. No matter how you gauge it, there's only one gasoline choice that drives Nebraska and America. E10 unleaded. Let's get with it, Nebraska.
I want to be a nurse. I want to be a nurse too. I'm studying to be a nurse.
I'm studying to be a nurse too.
I'm a nurse.
And I'm a nurse too.
The Nebraska Center for Nursing encourages you to explore nursing. Contact us to find out more about Nebraska's 22 nursing programs.
Open a totally free checking account from Tier 1 Bank and open a world of opportunities. There's no minimum balance, no monthly service charge, and unlimited check writing. You'll get a free ATM card and free online access to your accounts 24 hours a day. Sign up for internet bill pay and pay your bills online. Open a totally free checking account and you'll also open a free gift. Tier 1 Bank. Taking the extra step.
Coach Schoenfisch looking good so far. I mean, you're moving the ball, you're shooting inside, you're shooting outside. You like what you see, and what do you need to fix?
Well, we did a pretty good job the first half. You know, we played them pretty well defensively, and, you know, our biggest concern was to try to slow them down a little bit. Offensively, we've hit some shots right off the bat, and we're going to try to go inside a little bit more and try to attack their big people.
Good luck. Go get with your troops.
Thank you.
Coach Schoenfisch of Cambridge, you fellas have been dead on. This team, a championship football team, and we can't go through all the names, but a brother-brother quarterback-receiver connection on Memorial Stadium. Well, halfway through, Cambridge up 31-23. We're back after the break.
Hey, Matt. Hey, you better get up.
No way.
Hey, Matt, come on.
Cutting class.
Class?
Take notes for me.
Man, you're dreaming. You're gonna be late for work. College is over. Rise and shine. Tick-tock.
Welcome to the real world, a place where your State Farm agent can help.
See your local State Farm agent for all your insurance and financial services needs.
Go Cardinals. Go Bears. Go Wolverines. High school mascots here in Nebraska. How about Go Hogs? Taxes paid by farm families who produce livestock help support school activities, teacher salaries, and county government all across the state. Now there's something to cheer about. Livestock producers create a $6 billion economic engine for our state. Nebraska Livestock. We're all shareholders.
On average, in Lincoln, there are over 150 commercial and residential break-ins each month. General Lock-In Security offers complete security protection 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We've been right here in Lincoln since 1968, providing peace of mind on a local level. We offer easy-to-install, state-of-the-art wireless security systems. Our new showroom gives you the chance to see the technology up close, like the new digital video recorder, which offers the best in off-site monitoring. Our systems are easy to use, and they're affordable. Give us a call for a free home estimate.
Cambridge, 16 minutes away from their first ever boys state basketball championship, an 8-point lead over Louisville, looking for their first title since 1975. Welcome back to the Devaney Center. John Bishop, Andrew Felios, Kyle DeLea, and our entire 1011 production crew here for Championship Saturday number 94, the boys state basketball tournament. It'll be Louisville basketball to start things off here in the second half, down by the most points they've trailed all game long, 8. And one player's been a little quiet in the first half. Tommy Robbins, number 54, had the ball for a moment, averages 12 points a game. Peterson, Tyler Peterson, who just had the ball a moment ago, averaging 13, but both have been quiet. Here's Robbins going up tough in the lane, and you ask and ye shall receive. He's got 2 now, and Louisville's back within 6.
Never fails, John. Every time you mention something, happens seconds later.
Folks in Cambridge are saying, shut up. Here's Matt Depperschmidt, who has hit the last 2 field goals for the Trojans.
And sticking with that formula, Cambridge right in the middle of the court. It's been open all day.
And you know, you would think championship game, got some athletic players. It's early in the morning. Got to get used to things. You substitute a lot. Cambridge has only played 6 players here this morning so far.
And it doesn't look like any one of them's really broken a sweat.
35-23. Robbins again. This time too strong. Rebound, Wade Vance. Takes it to the corner. Had a cutting teammate there. Ball was kicked last touch. I think that was an intentional pass off the foot because Vance really didn't have any other place to go with the basketball. Lions still down in the zone, and as you heard from Stan Hendricks at halftime, they're going to stick with it. This time it rolls out by Depperschmidt, but an offensive rebound by Matt Sexton, but taken away.
Look out.
Here
Look
comes
out.
Peterson, down to Jackson, and it's good.
Oh, too strong that time. But when he goes up like that, it is unblockable. Just too much muscle in that upper body.
6-point deficit for Louisville, though Cambridge with the ball. In the corner, Marcus Vance, who had a couple of threes in that first half. So too did Wade Vance. He'll try for another, and he's got it. Wade Vance with 11 points to match Marcus Vance, and it's a 9-point Trojan lead.
Been the star of this game so far.
Jackson will retaliate. Rebound,
nice.
And the putback.
There you go. That's what they need out of the senior. Robbins, you mentioned he was quiet. He's got 2 field goals now early in this third quarter.
You know, with the misses that Jackson had in the first half, though he did have 14 points, there was really no one there to clean up and give.
Oh, man.
Second chance basket's a big swat by Robbins, and maybe that'll be another spark to get this Louisville team going. They've trailed most of the way.
I think he heard you, John, when you said that at the beginning of the second half.
Well, he had been very quiet.
They're looking for him again. There he is.
And we'll have a foul, but it's going the other way. It looks like he pushed off. They're going to whistle Robbins? I think so. Yes, they will. Trying to get some separation underneath. That's the first foul of the second half on either team. Neither team really committing many fouls at all, as we mentioned. Officials letting these 2 teams go at it here. And granted, this game hasn't been quite as physical as we've seen from some other games here this weekend, as a dish inside to Derek Light goes for 2. Cambridge's lead is back to 9, and a timeout taken by Stan Hendricks of Louisville. Right now, there's just no answer. I mean, even though you're back down into zone defense, that dribble penetration and very good passing by a Cambridge team that's very familiar with each other It's as if that zone doesn't even exist right now for Cambridge.
Yeah, right now, Cambridge is they're just getting better looks at the basket. Their offense is more crisp, I think, altogether, and they're consistently getting better looks. I don't think there's been a period. I mean, Louisville's kind of had their spurts, but Cambridge has just been more consistent throughout this game.
Yeah, you really can't think of a time where Cambridge has had any kind of dry spell. They've been very solid. They've been shooting 57, almost 58% in this basketball game. And, you know, you shoot like that, provided you don't turn the ball over a lot. They've only turned it over 7 times through 2.5 quarters. You're not going to lose many basketball games unless the other team is shooting better than that. Right now they are not. Lob down low, wide open, but he missed the bunny. Rebound and a foul. And it's on Jackson. And you can see the grimace on his face.
It's always the most frustrating foul to pick up those over-the-back fouls, because a lot of time they're called with not a lot of contact.
9-point lead for Cambridge. 4.5 to play here in this third quarter. Vance will take it in and kick it out. Depperschmidt looks up top. Nice ball movement from the corner. In and out. Rebound comes down to Tyler Peterson. They want to run. Here comes Jackson through the lane. It's good.
Oh, he went to the right hand that time. Nicely done by the senior.
You get him out in the open, and it's hard to stop Joseph Jackson Jr. Open 3 for Vance. Ball fought for. Knocked out of the hands of Jackson. Cambridge keeps it.
See if they attack the middle of the floor again. They're waiting patiently for it, and down low, Derek Light is starting to find some openings down there. They're looking for it.
Kind of put you to sleep.
Yeah.
With this passing, and then they find a cutter through the lane, and that time he dribbled it off his foot. Vance turns it over. 3:39 left to play, third quarter. Louisville trying to claw their way back, but they trail Cambridge 38-31.
It doesn't matter if you farm a good part of the county or a few hundred acres. Your results depend on having choices. And you can't choose what's best for your land if your hands are tied. All you really need is the freedom to succeed.
The thing I like best about Hastings College is the small-town, friendly atmosphere. I've come to know nearly all of the student body and most of the faculty, and I think that's a huge advantage in coming to a school like this.
I came to Hastings College because they have a great business department, but I stayed at Hastings College because they allowed me to personalize my major in marketing with computer graphics and information systems. But this is only part of the reason Hastings College is the right choice for me.
Hastings College. Pursue your passion here.
Just before the break, Joseph Jackson Jr. on the break, going to the right hand. You see that strength. You know, John, Jackson used to be a football player when he was living in Japan. He had a neck injury, though, early in his career. It ended his football career. Since then, he's played basketball, and you see the results.
And doctors were fearing at one time that that neck injury might keep him out of sports altogether. Jackson, being the son of an Air Force serviceman, has lived in many places, including overseas. Jackson with a fall away, knocks it down, and this is as close as Louisville's been in a little while. They're down only by 5 here. But again, Cambridge has been so very consistent all game long. They have not really run into any dry spells. We'll see what happens here if Louisville can force something defensively to change that. Jackson with a near steal. Bonso keeps it to the baseline. Bad pass. Jackson wants to run with it. Cambridge back quickly on defense. Jackson through the lane, up, under, no. Offensive board, then fought for, nearly taken, tie up, Cambridge basketball. And a good play again by Marcus Vance. It looked like Adam Ronfelt was going to come down with an offensive board.
Yeah, that was a nice job that time by Cambridge, getting back on defense, getting set, and they didn't give away that left side to Jackson. You could tell that's kind of where he wanted to go, but that time it was cut off.
Still in his zone. Near Steele. Takes it through the lane. Bunch with contact. Had the ball knocked away, but gets it back. Peterson. And knifes in, tries to get a steal. You can see they're really starting to open things up now. That zone is starting to extend itself as you see the guards and, among others, trying to take the ball away, but Cambridge not turning it over. And now a foul. This one's going to go against Chris Osterloh, and we'll have free throws for Derek Light. Third foul against Louisville, and Cambridge, who only had 2 fouls in the first half, has yet to commit a foul in the second half. Keep that in mind if Louisville tries to pound it down underneath. 1 of 2 on the free throws. Light with 3 points this morning. It's a 6-point Trojan lead.
Well, this guy with the basketball, Tyler Peterson there, just passed it off, number 40. Needs some point production out of him. Only a freshman.
Jumper on the way. Off to the left. Cambridge wants to run with the ball. Down the floor, open 3. Bonds is there, and he's got it!
Great shooting team is this Cambridge team. But both Vaught's boys, that was Marcus that time, the senior, averaging almost 15 coming into the state tournament.
And the lead is back to 9. It's as if Cambridge is just playing him at arm's length right now. Just holding him off. Louisville had a couple of possessions to make it a 2 or a 3-point game and could not do it. And Cambridge, as they have done for most of the game, has made him pay. Peterson with a long 3. One shot and out. Here comes Vaughn. Across the floor, Marcus through the lane. Yes! And the lead is 11 with a minute to go in the third quarter.
Boy, it just seems like everybody kind of has their moment for this Cambridge team. Everybody, they brought their A game today. Crowd on their feet.
Louisville crowd trying to exhort the Lions, but the Cambridge crowd, as Jackson takes a off-balance 3, gets the rebound, but a travel. As Ronfelt had just enough distraction when he came away with the basketball that he lost his balance and turns it over. Just the 3rd turnover against Louisville. Their problem has been shooting and lack of second chance opportunities. 35% from the field, while Cambridge, as we've mentioned, steady as she goes, shooting 57%, which is where they were at halftime. And now they'll likely play for the last shot of the quarter. A very solid team-like effort by the Trojans here this morning, at least so far.
And the 2 guys at half court, Marcus Vance and Wade Vance with the ball. They have really keyed this effort, making great decisions, shooting the basketball well, finding their teammates, doing it all.
Across the floor, they find an open teammate. Nice cutoff at the baseline there, nearly took away. Yes, he stepped on the line. Cambridge got aggressive there, saw an opening with Matt Sexton on the left baseline, but then when he was cut off, he had to get it out of there, and in doing so, he turns it over. Now, 7 seconds left, and the Lions get off a last shot. Need to get it into the front court. 3 seconds left. Peterson, very nonchalant, will have to take an off-balance, too. And Cambridge, who had an 8-point lead at halftime, has expanded it to 11. We go to the 4th in the Class C2 championship game.
For a guy who's supposed to be his own boss, I sure have a lot of people telling me what to do. Like they know what's best for this land. I just want somebody to lay out all the options. I'll call the shots. Give me the freedom to succeed. And I'll do the rest.
As you think about careers, consider nursing. Imagine the difference you can make.
Imagine you're saving a life. Imagine reducing the strife. Imagine you're stopping the hurt and making your life a difference for all the world.
For more more information on a career in nursing, visit the Nebraska Center for Nursing website at www.centerfornursing.org.
The Cambridge Trojans right now 1 quarter away. It would be their first state title if they were to hang on here, John, and really they have sort of controlled this game this morning.
And one other thing they have done is they have shut out that young man, number 40, with the ball. Tyler Peterson averages almost 14 points a game, has yet to score. In fact, he's 0 for his first 6 in this basketball game. A look down low, turn around, yes. Tommy Robbins with a much-needed deuce for Louisville.
Louisville needs to do nice ball movement that time. Got to get everybody involved. Peterson, as you mentioned, just a freshman playing in this game.
And you sensed there towards the end of the third quarter, there's a little more urgency on defense by Louisville. And I think you're going to see a lot more of that, which means the zone gets extended, which means those opportunities that Cambridge has already exploited underneath will continue to be there. Open 3. Short rebound to Jackson for Louisville. Osterloh will take the 3. No good. Offensive rebound. The putback, yes. Tommy Robbins.
He's had a nice second half. Really has.
And a much-needed second half.
Yeah, he has mixed it up. He's been a warrior down low. Rebounding, shooting the ball, really being physical down there.
Lead is 7, but it's these moments when Cambridge seems to come up with something. Bunce going for 2, no, and we're going to have a foul. And the first foul of the second half against the Trojans.
And that's what you got to do to sort of change the momentum. You just got to out-hustle Cambridge right now, because when another team is shooting over 50% like Cambridge is, and they've been so consistent, you need something to kind of throw a kink in that arm or to sort of throw them off that rhythm. And hustle Robbins is doing it right now.
And Del Schoenfish, perhaps sensing a change in momentum with his team's lead down to 7, calls a timeout, the first one they have expired in this game. 6:48 to play. That is just the first foul of the second half against Cambridge. Louisville's only committed 3 fouls, and we mentioned that in the first half because Cambridge has so many fouls to give. As you take a look at this offensive rebound off the missed 3, and Robbins with 11 points here, most of them coming here in the second half. In fact, as I take back my stat sheet, he had just...
I believe he had
3 points. He had 3 points in the first half, so he's got 8 here in the second. But with all those fouls that Cambridge has to give, it can make them a little more aggressive on offense, perhaps, than they, or on defense, I beg your pardon, than they have been. And maybe this is the time to start to exploit that, because Cambridge, who offensively has answered the bell every time Louisville has tried to make a run at their lead, now starting to show a little pressure at half court. We shall see. Still lots of time left.
Boy, if this Tyler Peterson, though, if he can catch a little fire here in the last quarter, Louisville's going to be tough.
Osterloh up and under move for Chris Osterloh.
We got a ball game, John.
Down to 5. And the Louisville fans know it. Up top, down through the lane, Sexton. Nice up and under, but he missed the shot. And the rebound pulled down by Osterloh, tried to save it because he was losing his balance, right into the hands of Bonds, goes off of Robbins, and we'll have free throws.
Oh, man, and you see the coach right now for Louisville, Stan Hendricks, just, man, so close to grabbing that ball and having that possession. The ball got bounced around, though, and you just can't give Cambridge that many chances.
Sometimes that ball goes your way, and here's Matt Sexton.
Had a good game, this Matt Sexton. Great first half.
4 points. He's been stuck on that number. But 4 rebounds. Makes the second. 6:04 left to play in the ball game. It's Cambridge 45, Louisville 39. Back with more after this.
Time to fill up. Time to make a choice. So choose the fuel that drives Nebraska's economy, drives America's energy independence, and drives down air pollution. No matter how you gauge it, there's only one gasoline choice that drives Nebraska and America. E10 Unleaded. Let's get with it, Nebraska.
Open a totally free checking account from Tier 1 Bank and open a world of opportunities. There's no minimum balance, no monthly service charge, and unlimited check writing. You'll get a free ATM card and free online access to your accounts 24 hours a day. Sign up for internet bill pay and pay your bills online. Open a totally free checking account and you'll also open a free gift. Tier 1 Bank. Taking the extra step.
Cambridge just 6 minutes and 4 seconds away from bringing home their first goal, but Louisville here in this fourth quarter really sort of shifted the momentum.
You know, I don't know who brought that sign, but that sign's been up all day. It was up all day yesterday. Not sure who brought it, but it's been there ever since, and no one's bothered to take it down, but it's appropriate for every team here on Championship Saturday. Jackson, fall-away jumper, yes! Joseph Jackson Jr. with 22 points, and this is as close as Louisville has been in quite some spell. It's a 4-point Cambridge lead.
Let's see how Cambridge responds here, too. They've answered every challenge all day.
Now the pressure's starting to come in half court, and a reach-in foul. Who are they going to get it on? They're going to call it on Cambridge. They're going to get it on Vaughn's as Pat Deacon tapped the ball away. Let's watch it again. Watch Deacon. And then the contact. Only the second foul on Cambridge, but it gives the ball back to the Lions and a chance to make it a one-possession game. Oh, and Peterson just about lost it. He was going to hand it off. Jackson, though, had it. Ball loose on the floor. Jackson gave up on it. And Sexton comes away with it. I think Jackson thought that he'd be called for over and back if he went after it. And now a foul on Jackson. And that will be his third personal foul.
Personal foul.
A costly turnover. And a near turnover there. And once again, Pat Deacon. Oh, wait, they said it touched off of Marcus Vaughn.
Yeah, absolutely. It absolutely did. Good call there by the official. It's a nice play.
That's the second time in a row that Pat Deacon has forced Cambridge to give up the basketball. This is from a guy who's a 6'5" sophomore and doesn't see a lot of playing time. Long two, tried to use the glass. No, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Tommy Robbins.
Still just a little antsy that time, maybe, or a little rush by Deacon on the shot.
Now, Louisville had a chance in the third quarter to cut in to a lead, and they failed on a couple of possessions to make it a one-possession game. And then Cambridge came back, rattled off 6 straight points, took an 11-point lead.
This Louisville crowd's been on their feet the whole second half, seems like.
.4:25 left to play. Those inside looks have not been there here for a while for Cambridge. And Louisville's defense has done a much better job here in the second half. Here's an open three. In and out, no good. Ball tipped around, taken down, and missed it by Light. And we'll have a foul on Depperschmidt.
Oh, wow. Tough break that time by Light.
He was in the right spot.
Yeah.
And that would have been a huge putback for the Trojans. Let's take a look at it again.
See Light here mixing it up. Perfect position. That's where you want to be. Get that loose ball. He gets a lot of garbage baskets. His coach told me he's very proud of it. One of the glues that holds this team together, senior Derek Light, just coming up short that time.
Doesn't matter how they come.
Yeah.
They still count. Jackson off the glass. Rebound to Robbins. Goes up strong. Draws the basket. And the foul.
Oh,
He'll go to the line for one more.
Is he playing with passion this second half or what?
Foul is on Depperschmidt, his third. Robbins with 10 rebounds to go with his 13 points. This free throw would make it a 1-point game.
What happened here?
Jackson walked away.
Call a violation.
A violation underneath, and I think they're pointing at Jackson.
A play like that can be huge.
Wow.
Inside of 3 minutes of a game,
Just
4 minutes
gave
of
up
a game.
a chance to make it a 1-point game. Took your teammate off the foul line. We have a foul on the other end against Tyler Peterson. I was looking away for the moment and did not see what it is Jackson did. And this will be 1-and-1 free throws as Louisville has committed its 7th team foul, and Wade Bunce with 12 points today makes them both, and it's a 4-point game. 3:40 to play. Jackson, you know we want to make up for that mistake at the other end. Misses that shot. Offensive board by Deacon, and it's good. Pat Deacon has come up huge here in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, it's been the two big guys, Robbins and Deacon, who've really keyed Louisville's surge here in this 4th quarter.
2-point game again. Marcus Vaughn travels. A rare mistake by Marcus Vaughn, who has played such an excellent basketball game, really got this team off to a hot start with a couple of first quarter threes, and now a chance to tie or take the lead.
Now here's the superstar factor. Does Jackson take over here? Oh.
Off the mark, he is 10 for 27 from the field. And Cambridge survives that possession. And we have a timeout. This one's going to be taken by the Trojans with exactly 3 minutes to go in the Class C2 championship. Come on back for the final exciting 3 minutes.
How do we improve one of the best herbicides of all time? By giving you 30% more power to take out all your weeds. For around $16 an acre at the 32-ounce rate. Liberty Link and Liberty. Make the most of every acre.
I'm really glad I got my associate's degree at Southeast Community College Milford campus. I got wonderful personal attention from awesome instructors, and I got tons of hands-on lab experience. I learned about a dozen programming languages. When I graduated, SCC helped me find a job with great pay and excellent benefits. My name is Bettina Skurlock, and I know there is no limit to what you can do with an education from SCC.
No matter what hybrid you plant, if the tag says Liberty Link, weeds don't stand a chance because you can use Liberty herbicide for superior weed control with zero crop injury. Liberty Link and Liberty. Make the most of every acre.
We got Lions and Trojans battling here in this first game of Championship Saturday, and right now, the Trojans taming the Lions, but only by 2 points. 3 minutes to go here in this game.
Let's reset the conditions for you. Possession arrow to Cambridge as we break under 3 minutes to go. Cambridge has 3 timeouts left. Louisville 4. Louisville's committed 17 fouls. Cambridge just 4. Players in foul trouble. Well, Joseph Jackson, Tommy Robbins each have 3 for the Lions. 3 fouls on Depperschmidt for the Trojans. And that's where we start these final 3 minutes as we are now down to 2.5 as Cambridge is going to bleed some clock here. A different strategy now playing out. Mode of operation that they get a little antsy, and the tendency would be to go for the game-tying 3 here, but let's see what Jackson does. No, he'll pull up from 2, and a foul on the Lions. Pat Deacon. As you take a look at Stan Hendricks, pressure is starting to mount for Louisville. He's done a good job of coming back, but Cambridge has not panicked. Now here's Derek Light. This will be the final 1-and-1 free throws of the game for the Trojans. And he knocks down the first. And that makes it a 4-point game. And Louisville will take a timeout with 1 minute and 47 seconds to go. Well, so far, Cambridge has been steady as she goes, though their field goal percentage has dropped down under 50%, shooting 47% for the game, but still, they have managed to come up with the big stop when they absolutely needed it. Before, the stops were coming with a 5 or 7 point lead, and that helped Cambridge build their lead. Now the stops are coming when it's down to a 1 or 2 possession game, and it's been so very important that they have not panicked, and they haven't.
Yeah. And their field goal percentage has actually slipped to under 50%, so after the game, it won't be the lights-out shooting performance that it was in the first half, but still, they've had control. They've never really been rattled, it seems like, in this game. Even when Louisville has made their runs, Cambridge, with their 2 guards there, Wade and Marcus Bunch, I think they're the reason why they've really been able to stay under control. Both kids playing with tremendous poise.
Another free throw coming up here for Derek Light. This would make it a 5-point game with just 1 minute 47 left. Louisville, after burning the timeout, has 3 left.
Derek Light, a senior leader on this team. His coach says, may not lead us in scoring, but his value is just priceless.
It's a 5-point lead, and now Cambridge bringing a little pressure in the backcourt, trying to rattle the freshman, Tyler Peterson, who still is looking for his first points of the game. Jackson outside the arc, just about lost it. He was looking down to see where his feet were. A turnaround jumper and a tough shot. And again, Cambridge with great baseline defense. And another stop. Now the Lions almost have to start fouling here. And they're starting to come in. Bunce, they're going to kick it out. 1:10 left. And there's a foul. Be on Tyler Peterson. And we have now turned this game into a situation where if Cambridge makes their free throws, they will likely walk out of here with their first boys state basketball title. They have won girls titles with the help of the Cubics, Jamie and Nicole. But the boys have never experienced the thrill of a state basketball title.
Boys have never experienced a title. Last year, the girls made a run. Christina Hotelling, the Husker, gave it a good run. But, yeah, this Cambridge boys team, it would be a first for this town.
Timeout Louisville with 1:02 left, a 7-point deficit. And you just have that feeling that Cambridge, really, if you think about it, I think Cambridge is really one stop away from sealing it. 7-point lead with 1:02 left. That's a pretty good margin. But as we saw yesterday, there was 1 minute and 2 seconds left, and Lincoln High had a 6-point lead and did not win. So it ain't over yet, especially when you've got talented players, as Louisville does. But if Cambridge can come up with a stop here, the Trojan horse will carry home a championship trophy.
Yeah, we've seen some really crazy things happen here the last few days of this state tournament. Classes A, mainly in Class A, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Class B, the games were a little bit more decisive. Of course, 5 more games coming today. D2 next. We'll see that Class A final in our 3rd game of the day, followed by D1, C1, and then Class B concluding in our nightcap.
So here we go, 1:02 left. Louisville must get a basket here. Tyler Peterson, freshman, tries to work off a pick. Moving around, Jackson trying to free himself up. He'll take the 3 and knock it down. And a timeout, quick one taken by the Lions with just under 48 seconds left. When they needed a big 3, they got it from their big-time player, but there's still a hill to climb.
Yeah, being at 4 points, still a 2-possession game, so Cambridge is going to have to miss some free throws. And I imagine Cambridge, Coach Schoenfish is going to make his kids, I would be very surprised if you saw the ball in hands other than Wade or Marcus Vaughn. They've been money at the free throw line here in the final minutes.
12 of 15 at the foul stripe to be exact, and Marcus Vaughn hasn't missed yet. So you're exactly right, Andrew. Those are the two players you want to see, and you guarantee that in that Louisville huddle right now, that's what they're talking about, is funnel that ball to somebody else. Obviously, they'll be going for a steal and a quick bucket, but if they can't, you've got to try to funnel that ball elsewhere besides numbers 3 and 20. Cambridge breaks their huddle first. Lions follow suit. 47.9 seconds to go. Cambridge with a 4-point lead. Sexton will inbound for the Trojans. Looking, gets it into Vance, and a quick foul. So Wade Vance will take the long walk down the floor.
Yeah, Wade Vance has had a great game. We haven't seen him really smile or frown or scream or do anything throughout this game. Just so steady he has been. And a face of stone, a look of stone the whole time. Just steps up and hits the free throw like it's nothing.
I want to play poker against him.
Oh, boy.
Missed the second. That's important because it's a 5-point game. 40 seconds left. Peterson looking outside. They're trying to free up Jackson again. Good defense. He'll have to take a long three. Bricks it. Rebound. Shot is up and in. Big rebound by Jesse Gardner. It's a 3-point game. And another quick foul with 24.7 seconds left. It was a big rebound and basket by Gardner. But again, Cambridge is going to have to miss some free throws here.
I just have a feeling Vance missed that last time down. I don't know if he's going to miss again.
One dribble, one shot, and a make. 4-point game. And that is huge with 24 seconds left. It's a 2-possession basketball game. And he does make the second. Back to 5. And with pressure in the backcourt, that bleeds more clock. 20 seconds left. Peterson into the front court. Need to get off a shot quick. 15 seconds. Down by 5. Jackson trying to free himself up. Ball was stripped away. Stripped away by Matt Sexton. And that should do it.
Yeah, Matt Sexton has sort of been a thorn in the side of Joseph Jackson Jr. He's really been all over him the second half. Forced a turnover earlier in the half, and then right there, when it maybe mattered most, the biggest possession of the game for Louisville, and they don't even get off a shot. This Cambridge team, each guy's done a little bit of everything. The Vance boys have passed it and shot it well. This player at the free throw line right here for Cambridge, Matt Depperschmidt, has had some key field goals. Derek Light has mixed it up down low. They've had a little bit of everything, John.
56-50, 7 seconds left, and the ball is taken away, and this is going to ice it for Cambridge. Layup rules out with 2 seconds to go, but this game is over, and Cambridge will win the Class C2 championship.
Marcus Vance, shooting good.
Vance will shoot 2 free throws. Both teams will clean their bench and bring in reserves. And for Joseph Jackson Jr., it will not be a happy 18th birthday.
Number 41, Travis Max. Number 44, Levi Hilton. Also checking in number 4.
Kids gave it all they had. Just wasn't enough here today. Cambridge just too steady, too balanced, too focused.
58-50. As Marcus Vance walks off the floor for a final time as a high school basketball player, he will leave with a gold medal. The final 2 seconds off the clock. The Cambridge Trojans are Class C2 state champions. Look at the celebration. It's very subdued. It's as if they expected it all along. I mean, they were calm the whole game. I guess you'd come to expect that from a team that's... I don't want to play poker against any of these guys. We'll be back for the medal presentations. Our first of 6 today, right after this.
Go Cardinals. Go Bears. Go Wolverines. High school mascots here in Nebraska. How about Go Hogs? Taxes paid by farm families who produce livestock help support school activities, teacher salaries, and county government all across the state. Now there's something to cheer about. Livestock producers create a $6 billion economic engine for our state. Nebraska Livestock. We're all shareholders.
58-50, Cambridge with their first boys state basketball title. They defeat Louisville in the Class C2 championship game. We will meet both the runners-up and the champions with the medal presentations in a moment. But first, let's go back to our public address announcer, Dwight Winiger, with the Sportsmanship Award.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we are pleased to present the Sportsmanship Award for Class C2. We want to thank all schools and participants for their ongoing efforts to improve sportsmanship at the state tournament and throughout the year. We also thank Awards Unlimited for sponsoring these awards. Making the presentation and presenting the Nebraska Athletic Directors Association is Mike Purdy of Bellevue East High School, and representing the Nebraska Coaches Association is Bill Carlin of Adams Central High School. This year's Class C2 Sportsmanship Award winner is presented to Randolph High School. Receiving the award is Dennis Pizzata and Rob Engel. Congratulations, Randolph High School. And now, the Nebraska School Activities Association is pleased to present medals and trophies to both of these outstanding teams. The awards will be presented by NSAA Board of Control members Dr. Bob Resnicek of Omaha West Side and Nate Steinman of Southern Valley. They will be assisted by U.S. Bank Representative Dolores Terway. First, here are the awards for the 2004 Class C2 runner-up from Louisville High School. Will head coach Stan Hendricks and your assistant step toward the middle of the court to present the silver medals to each team member. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 10, Kyle Gardner. Number 12, Jamie Deacon. Number 20, Nathan Whitty. Number 22, Chris Brown. Number 24, Kyle Ryan. Number 32, Chris Osterloh. Number 44, Pat Deacon. Number 4, Jesse Gardner. Number 40, Tyler Peterson. Number 42, Adam Runfeld. Number 50, Joseph Jackson Jr. And number 54, Tommy Robbins. And now, all of you are welcome to receive the runner-up trophy for your school. Congratulations, Louisville High School 2004 Class C2 State Runner-Up. And now, to the champions from Cambridge High School. First, head coach Del Schoenfish, we have a special award for you. Now, coach, hand out the gold medals to your championship team members. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 2, Grant Moore. Number 4, Brian Ballou. Number 5, Brett Crabelli. Number 21, Anthony Lytle. Number 33, Dustin Webb. Number 41, Travis Match. Number 44, Levi Hilker. Number 3, Marcus Bonds. Number 20, Wade Bonds. Number 23, Matt Depperschmidt. Number 32, Matt Sexton. And number 40, Derek Light. And now, all of you are welcome to receive the state championship trophy. Congratulations to the Trojans of Cambridge High School, the 2004 Class C2 State Basketball Champions.
Before the game, Matt Depperschmidt's little, looks like 2 or 3-year-old brother was beating the drum in the Cambridge band, but it was his big brother who played a winning tune today along with the Cambridge Trojans. Let's go down now courtside. Kyle D'Elia is with Louisville coach Stan Hendricks.
Coach, heck of a job battling back. I mean, your kids played their hats off, made some history as a runner-up. A heck of an effort.
Thank you very much. It's what I told every one of the kids. No, we did not win the game today, but we were champions today as well. I really believe that. The way they battled back when we were down, 11 points there, and they could have cashed it in. They battled back so hard. They were champions today.
I wish we could talk about everybody. I know you had 4 seniors.
Yes.
I found out late, otherwise I would have shared Triple J's or 3 J's birthday today.
Yes, this is his birthday today.
Talk about what a fine young man. Of course, teams that they've beaten won't agree. But, and then he showed that this is a team effort, the way he distributes, and everybody steps up and talk about that.
Yes, indeed, absolutely. He's a consummate team player. He really is. So many times over the last couple of years, he could have shot a lot more, and he didn't want to. It is me getting him trying to shoot the ball more for the last couple of years, because he wants to dish it out. That's the way he plays the game. He believes that should be played that way, and he plays it that way.
Coach, keep up the good work. Get with your team, and keep up the good effort.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Hendricks, Stan Hendricks of the runner-up Louisville team 2003. Joseph Jackson Jr. and the rest of the team talk very highly about Coach Hendricks. We'll be back with much more after the break.
It doesn't matter if you farm a good part of the county or a few hundred acres. Your results depend on having choices. And you can't choose what's best for your land if your hands are tied. All you really need is the freedom to succeed.
The thing I like best about Hastings College is the small-town, friendly atmosphere. I've come to know nearly all of the student body and most of the faculty, and I think that's a huge advantage in coming to a school like this.
I came to Hastings College because they have a great business department, but I stayed at Hastings College because they allowed me to personalize my major in marketing with computer graphics and information systems. But this is only part of the reason Hastings College is the right choice for me.
Hastings College. Pursue your passion here.
Corn growers use Balance Pro Plus Define for one reason.
My last trip across my field was 107 days ago.
It's the flexible tank mix that keeps them out of the field all season.
My last trip was 110 days ago.
With Balance Pro's power of recharge and Define's enhanced grass control.
My last trip, it was 95 days ago.
Your weed pressures are gone with just one pass. So this season, make every day count with the only weed control that outlasts every competitive premix. Balance Pro Plus Define.
Statistics are brought to you in part by Liberty Herbicide. Liberty, make the most of every acre.
As we take a look at the final numbers of this Class C2 championship game won by the Cambridge Trojans, we'll tell you that Marcus Vance led the Trojans, 3 players in double figures. He had 20 points today. Wade Vance with 17. Matt Depperschmidt, a double-double of 11 points, 10 rebounds. For Louisville, they were led by Joseph Jackson with 25. Tommy Robbins, double-double, 13 and 11. We'll be back to meet the state champions from Cambridge right after this.
Ten 11's coverage of the 2004 State High School Basketball Championships has been brought to you in part by